What up, everybody? Ooh, let me clean this off. There we go. Much better. So, one of my subscribers saw one of my videos and shot me an email. And the email, which I can't do like content creators do and pull it up here and put it on the screen. The email was asking me, how is it that I maintain an egalitarian marriage? Aren't real men, something like, aren't real men supposed to be paying everything, and the woman, the typical stuff that people think the man is supposed to provide everything for the home. Well, I do that. I do just that. I pay bills here, I pay mortgage here, I pay for lawn service here, all that. Well, what does the wife do? Well, she does it too. See, we both contribute to this. This is why it's an egalitarian marriage. Now, there are certain things that we prefer to do here that the other doesn't, but nevertheless, we split everything. Now, I'm going to tell you why I do it like this. Because, see, paying for all the bills and all that, I've done that. I did that in my first marriage, as you mentioned in the email. Paid for all the bills, groceries, everything. She wanted to work because that was her choice. Cool, I have no problem with that. Feels good to flex when you're a man and you paying everything. I get it. But see, I've done that with several women where I wanted to get serious with them, move them into my house, move them into my apartment or wherever I was living at the time, supplying for all the needs of the woman. Hell, in one case, she was a little bit on the rough side, and her children had been taken away from her because she was going through some things in life, and I even helped her get her children back. And in each and every single time I've done these things for these women, I've been taken advantage of. I ended up breaking up with them, losing out on all the hard-earned effort. Or they ended up doing something stupid or whatever, or leaving, or whatever the case may be. I was the one on the losing side. All the money and all the effort that I put towards these relationships and previous marriage was squandered away with my hopes of having success with these women. So I just got hip to the game.
Are you trying to take advantage of me? This time your black ass is going to work.
What I am no longer going to do is allow myself as a man to be taken advantage of, and I'm not going to take a chance at being taken advantage of ever again in relationships. So my woman is going to have her job. She's going to love me. She's going to be submissive. I'm going to be providing for her needs. I'm going to be what she needs me to be, and I'm going to try my best to conform to things that I'm not aware of that she may, how can I say this? I'm going to learn her. She's going to learn me. We're going to be on a level to where we're mutual with one another. I didn't say equal with one another. I said mutual, okay? Because we're not equal. My wife and I are not equal.
Men and women are not equal. Men and men are not equal. Women and women are not equal. Individuals are not equal. How can collections of individuals be equal with collections of other individuals? That's illogical. It doesn't make any sense.
But our contributions are what's going to keep this family together, our lives together, our love strong. And it is resonating very well. It is materializing very well. We have a house here. I'm not going to show it to you. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Wonderful neighborhood. Our child is succeeding. Been pushed up a grade already. They're trying to push her up again. We still make love. We have conversation. We don't go a day without solving any issues. Our relationship is very good. It ain't perfect. It's not supposed to be. We have our issues, of course, but the issues that we have is little small shit. You understand? What do my wife and I trip on? Stupid shit. Like why? Okay, say I make great salads. I make legendary salads. I love making salads, man. I prefer to get the salad out of the bowl by washing my hands, reaching inside like a big ass crane, right, and just digging out what I want because there's layers to my salad. She'll use these things right here to get the salad out, which I think is totally unnecessary. You're making an unnecessary dish. So it's those little annoyances. You see what I'm saying? That's what we argue about. Little dumbass shit, you know? I could tell you the other day, what was it? My daughter was just standing in the hallway just looking at us like, are you serious? Because my wife and I was having a spat about some, I don't even remember what it is, but it was the dumbest shit. But that's the level of ridiculousness our disagreements are on. But they seem major to us, of course. But that's only because everything else that's typically being argued about in most relationships, like finances and adultery and whatever the case, we don't have that shit. My wife and I made it clear when we first got together that we're in this to win this, and that this is going to be till death do us part. All right. We set rules in motion. We set standards in motion. We will never go a day without speaking to one another. We will never go to bed angry. It doesn't matter if we have to sweat and yell and cuss or whatever. We're going to get through the problem. And the formula has been, we have a winning formula. It's been successful. When it comes to finances, hey, we work it out, all right? Now, if my wife wants to stop working and she can do that, I'm going to have to adjust myself, all right? Which, that's what we do as men. I'll have to adjust. It may require my presence to be gone for a little while to bring in that bread that'll just cover everything, you know? I make decent money. I say that. I'm not no rich man, but I do very well for myself to be here in California. Put it like this: if my wife and I divorced, I could still live in California. Okay, so without saying too much, but I will say this: the trajectory that I'm on right now, I'll say within 3 years, I'm gonna have some serious money. And I'm gonna be happy because I'm transitioning to a new career. I'm studying right now. I'm not gonna say what I'm studying because I don't want nobody to take any ideas or get any ideas that from my idea, from what I'm doing. All right. Anyway, so to the person that has emailed me with this concern about egalitarianism in marriage, this is how I do mine, and this is why I do mine, okay? This ain't for everybody. Everybody ain't like this. Everybody ain't had the experiences I've had to reach the conclusions that I've reached to do this. So, hey man, it's how it is. This is my life. Your life is yours. Everybody else's life is theirs. You know, some guys really need to have it to where they got their woman at home and she's taking care of the house, doing laundry, cooking all the food. I mean, if that's their setup, that's their setup. It's not really how it is here. And I don't have an issue with how it is here, you know? Because my wife and I, let me get a little bit more personal. My wife and I, I'm an only child. So I was taught to do everything very early. I've cooked for myself, cleaned by myself, lived by myself, vacuum my own floors, scrub my own walls, clean my own toilets. I've done all that shit. I don't think a man should know how to do all that shit to take care of himself. So I guess it's been very beneficial to the women I've been with in my life because I've been kind of laxed on that issue with most of my women. You know, if they cook food now, I might request it. If they refuse a request, then I might show a little attitude. But for the most part, I like grilling food. I like cooking salmon. I like cooking meals for my wife and children. I love it. You know, it feels great. But then there are times where I just want to be served, you know. and I'll make my request known. Hey, baby, I might be on the road. Hey, baby, could you mind making some of that 7-layer dip that you good at making, or can you make some enchiladas or whatever, and she'll, all right, baby, so you got a taste for such and such, yeah. Or she might do the same thing to me. Hey, what you gonna buy? You gonna go to the grocery store this weekend? Yeah. Or can you get some of that salmon? You mind making some salmon? Yeah, hell yeah, I make some salmon because we gonna dine, we gonna eat fine, and we gonna be all right, So anyway, this is just how I do my thing. So I don't really care who thinks of me as what. I mean, everything, although everything is made of matter out here in this planet, people really don't matter that much to me. When it comes to my situation, I'm happy, I'm taken care of, and I'm healthy, I'm paid. So what the fuck I need to worry about how somebody else lives their life for? Matter of fact, I said that in another video. I said, if you're a weak motherfucker. You're a weak man if you allow somebody else what did I say? I was flowing off the dome. I said, you are weak and pitiful if you allow how some other man takes care of his wife and family to control how you take care of yours. Man, look. My man, Angry Man, pushes the Angry Man standards. And I think, I haven't read the book, but I'm pretty sure that he's an advocate for, look, the man takes care of all the bills, all right? That's cool. Like I said, I've done that. I've done that plenty of times. It's not worked out for me. I don't like feeling like I'm being taken advantage of. I'm not going to allow that anymore. So the woman that I've gotten with, that I've married, and if I wasn't married, this would be the situation for any woman that I choose. All right, for any woman that likes me and that I choose to allow into my life, for any woman that I procreate with, for any woman that I get involved with, she gonna have to have something going on. All right. So yeah, man, it's how I do my thing. This is Ebo Sosa. I need to get myself ready for work. I got all my shit. Yeah. See, I packed my own lunch today. So, got some turkey and rice. Got some kale and cabbage. My breakfast is this. I got 3 eggs, an avocado, a tomato, and half of a red onion for breakfast. Y'all niggas get your health up. 50 years old, you out here running around here looking like you 80 years old. I see dudes out here, man, look, I know I'm going to a different direction, but this needs to be said. Y'all need to start taking better care of yourselves, man. All right? If you can't exercise, at least eat right. All right? Is my teeth fucked up? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm a bit vain, y'all. I've had a lot of attention from women in my life, so it's grown a bit of a vain weed in my soul. So, whatever though, I'm a cool cat, y'all. I'm just out here living my life, and if there's any men who want to talk to me or seek advice from me, I'll be more than happy to give it to you. But right now, I'm just answering this email from this brother who was asking me about how is it that I can have my woman out here working and whatnot, and because I choose to. Because she chooses to. If you got a problem with it, I'm sorry. Maybe you can die and come back reincarnated as me in some other parallel universe, and then you can live the way you want to live as me. But right now, I'm living my life. So I remember what that spat was about that my daughter was tripping on. I'm going to do this and then in the video. All right. My wife boils me eggs so I can take for my breakfast, right? So I figured out a trick with boiled eggs. If you take a boiled egg and the bottom of the egg has a small pocket of air in it. So if you take the bottom of the egg and you just slightly tap it on the bottom the bottom part of it and crack it just a little bit, and tap it until you hear the shell just crack. You don't want to bust it open, just a small crack in the egg. And you boil the eggs like that, well, the shell won't stick to the egg, and you can have more meat, right? But my wife, she don't care about that. She'll go ahead and just throw them in the water and boil them for me so I can have them to eat. Well, when I peel the egg, this is what the crack does. So when I peel the egg after I've done the crack in the bottom, the shell comes off with ease. Sometimes it may be a little harder depending on the egg, all right, the quality of the egg. But uh, when you don't crack it and you start to peel the shell off, well, you're taking all kind of meat with it, right? So now the white of the egg is coming off with the shell. So I'll get pissed. Man, what did you crack? I told you to crack the egg. You see what I'm saying? Arguing over shit like that is the dumbest thing you can. I feel dumb as saying it to you. We're arguing over some eggs on how to prepare them, or say I might make the eggs. My wife likes scrambled eggs. Okay, so the way I do I do it the Gordon Ramsay way, right? Nothing but the best. Anyway, she likes them plain. But if I'm cooking eggs, I'm gonna do it my way. You know what I'm saying? Which is, I guess, the same thing as what she's doing when she does my eggs. Anyway, when I cook the eggs, I'll do them scrambled, but I'll chop up a red onion and I'll chop up some garlic and I'll chop up some tomatoes and I'll fry them first and then scramble the egg and pour the scrambled egg over top of it, right? And cook it slow and stir and cook it slow and stir. And when it starts to get just enough firmness and all the runniness is gone, I take them off the flame, right? So anyway, I'll present them like that. Now they'll think the things are damn good. Everybody loves them. My wife is like, man, and my daughter too. They're like, man, why you put all this shit in the eggs, man? Just keep them plain. But this is what I'm talking about. This is the stuff we argue about. All right? Such petty shit. And it works for us. This is how we do our thing. And it ain't for everybody. And I don't hold I don't turn my nose up to anybody who does their marriage their way. I don't have any opinions about anything. Now, I will say this to all you men out there who are married. If your wife is taking advantage of you and you got this happy wife, happy life mindset, then you a fool. All right? You a fool. And if anybody is thinking about getting married, I'm going to just give you this quick word of advice too. When you propose to your woman, don't kneel down to her on your knee, Don't do it. I've said this a few times too. I need to say it again in this video. Don't kneel down to your woman and present your ring like she's some thing to worship, man. Fuck that, man. Look, stand up to your woman. If you want to propose to her, stand in front of her, pull her into you, and tell her, I love you. I want you to be my wife. I want you to have the honor of being my wife, and you stand with her from a position of power together. Don't kneel down to her, because what you're doing is you're telling her that you will obey her unquestioningly. That is a subconscious picture that you are burning into your woman's memory. And it is very unhealthy to do that, okay? It's not chivalrous. Stop it, okay? Stand up in power. That way she can burn that in her memory. That she's not looking down on you as something beneath. See, kneeling down it's perceived as a position of honor, and no. It's a position of subservience, my man. So anyway, now I'm going to end the video before I keep rambling. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.